Hey, how's it going, guys? 3% Ninja here, and we are back with Beacon Pines. Beck needs our help, the new kid in town, and she seems really cool. She needs our help pretending to be a friend, and let's wow her parents at how good of friends we are, even though we just met.
Ilona Moodwell was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
That's what I do.
Dinner went by without much conversation.
That's awkward.
As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck, manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally, we'll put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We weren't fully settled in, and Beck has mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry. Are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca. This move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So, Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift
How? I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Para Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher on deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Para Harvest is the forefront of involving agriculture. It's just something more useful than sparkling water and excrement on the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
But that only means Luca is... Is there any different ways to grow plants? Yes. Some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't.
Beck slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca. How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in Yeah, alchemics aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you for all the pizza. It really was good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up! I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him and the clouds began to rumble. Oh. Um, Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'll say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Can I recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold. Luca, Nelly will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. What's this?
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. 47 days? Oh wow. Rolla and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working so much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensations.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sort of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Carters. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. But they're really trying to feel good about themselves. They'll do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do? when you don't know what to do. Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something, anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate it that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Bruh!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival. Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Wow.
Chapter 5.
Wow.
Friendly feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rolo at the treehouse. Rolo is probably going to be upset. Hey, she's up. Of course she's up. It's nighttime. Hey, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Harris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up in town one night with a lawyer. Solomon. Bingo! So Harris was forced to take care of him. Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Harris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find out all this? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Ooh, it's dark, huh? Better not go and dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. I kind of want to see if I can go in the phone booth. No. It's a tarp. It's gonna bring you down to the evil people. This way? Yes. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I could assume this means the festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Para Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell the town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Oh, what a rough boss. That's a really rough boss. Rollo, are you still up there? I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at this moment. Come back, never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, The storm rolled out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'll like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she had made a new friend. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you? And you were making a new friend? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. It's like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms brings more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa. Nonsense like that means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. Dang it. Man, a fight with a friend. That sucks. That went from bad to worse. I guess she sleeps in this bed and I sleep in this one.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Hey. Rollo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Oh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. Kick your frustration. Kick the frustration. I'll probably get a trophy for this. I want to see if I do. I'm gonna kick it just a few more times. No trophy yet. Oh, come on. There's no achievement for this? Hip, 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 hip. No, I guess not. I'm gonna kick it 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Weep. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave the oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Luca dozed off.
Oh, I can get back in bed. Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need you to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Lucas still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Can I go? If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Oh! What's this?
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Meldo. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seemed nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner at the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile. then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
What?
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them, not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him, older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Lucas staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit here and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But he...
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is, that is not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Except. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Wow.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Wow, we already moved to chapter 6. So where are we exactly? Shame up here, fight up here. Looks like the only difference was this one. And Rumble is still a question mark. Well, let's just continue then. There you are. Luca, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you needed buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. A space adventure, though you needed buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. I know where. It's the treehouse, isn't it? Oh, wow. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gap box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Give me the gift of the gab. Give me the gift of gab. Can't talk to him. I don't know what Para Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy. And this season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pondering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech at the Para Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much at the... I don't even know what that means. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. There's probably something bigger with that.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything's alright? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Nice. Every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. I bet you they're robots. Ain't moving. He reminds me of Eustace Baggs from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, wait a minute. I could just keep going. Is it not the treehouse? I don't know anymore now. A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. So he reminds me of Eustace Baggs when Eustace wouldn't move his chair in one of the episodes. He just said, not getting out of this chair. Yawn. I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Pair of Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bride, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest? Who? I haven't dug up that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. I think she's pretty good at her job. Oh, you're out here now. Piper, you actually taking a break from studying? I wanted to see what all this festival fuss is all about. But I can't help but notice, you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True, true. So what you got in there? Books. Uh-oh, what's going on now? He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens, this is no time for fractured friendships. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the fowl harvest. I had my doubts about para harvest, but I must admit, they do put on a nice party. Go somewhere quiet. I still think that's the treehouse. Hiya, Luca. How Griffin's doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Sorry, all became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, okay. I'll do just that. Oh, what's down here? Luca, did you know the Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Ceases talking. Emergency services. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk away. Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. Ah, okay. It's not the treehouse, but the library. Somewhere quiet. Makes sense. I was able to return the Para Harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Good. Now, will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. I wonder, I gotta go check the treehouse. Just to see if like there's something special, because I immediately thought treehouse. But it's the library. Do you have anything new to say? Did you hear? After Miss Curry gives this big speech, they're going to have a first annual biggest catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Good luck. Nah, I guess it wouldn't be. We've seen a couple of endings already. I'm already on chapter 6. Kind of wondering how it can go bad from here. The library is somewhere quiet. Can I leave? Can I keep going? I can. I guess there's no reason to, though. Unless Beck's out here? Nope. Go! Library. We talk to him first. Hey, Jace. Still working through the newest Hank Atomic? You know it. Some fascinating canon towards the end. Did you know Hank Atomic's Shrinko Ray doesn't technically shrink stuff? It uses inverse quantum particle decay. So literally grow the entire universe around an object, leaving that object unaltered. So it just looks shrunk compared to everything else. Bingo. That's wild. But Jace, no spoilers, please. Oh, right, sorry. Hey, Luca.
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first? Riddle me this. I got an achievement. The first. I just said that too. Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rolo does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. Oh, planet Farpool, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want a hint, that offer still stands. On planet Farpool, you may take issue. So it's going to be one of the issues, right? Of the comic book. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Huh.
There were rarely any actual news, simply of a...
So, wait a second. Is it a book? Oops. Wrong button. On planet Farpool, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Oh.
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf.
Once you got a book, you can either bring it here to me or just grab a different one. The 5 pillars of success.
Luca grabbed the issue with self-help, a helpful guide, from the shelf. Luca grabbed 500 meals for one big pot.
No, that's definitely not it.
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf.
No, that's not it.
Luca grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf.
I don't think that's it.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Issue number 4.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the
There we go. Ah, you found it.
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
Perfect.
Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rolo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. and only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Geoff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rolo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Grub Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Grub Cart? Griffin? Griffin Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kaito. Alright guys, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it an end here. In the next episode, we're going to be continuing the scavenger hunt and hopefully, eventually, find Rolo and, put things back on track on the friend department. This is good. This is fun. What horrible thing that can go wrong for this to end and, have me do one of these again? Because, as you can look here, Break and Rumble is still something that I'm going to have to go back to. And I did receive some new ones here. I got Pugnant, I got Weep, I got Accept, got Refuse, all of this. And I haven't used them all yet. So we still got quite a ways to go. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on the next episode. If you liked the video, consider dropping that like and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. Goodbye. Be good people.